6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Zahra Sikandar. First, the headlines. Prime Minister has directed for early completion of business facilitation centers in country. Speakers' Conference in Islamabad has expressed commitment to uphold parliamentary supremacy, fundamental rights, and strengthen democracy. Interior Minister has assured full support to enhance capacity of law enforcement agencies in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. 77 more Palestinians have been martyred in latest Israeli attacks on Gaza. Third one-day international of three-match series between Pakistan and South Africa will be played at Johannesburg on Sunday. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Mohammed Shehbaz Sharif has directed for early completion of business facilitation centers in the country. He was chairing a meeting in Islamabad today to review the ongoing projects and progress on various initiatives taken under the Board of Investment. Prime Minister directed the officials concerned to expedite work on regulatory frames aimed at providing business-friendly environment in the country. He emphasized devising an effective and comprehensive roadmap for implementation of signed MOUs and business-to-business agreements with international investors. Shehbaz Sharif said effective marketing of investment opportunities in Pakistan is inevitable to attract foreign investors. He added that for this purpose, business facilitation centers, organizing road shows, and other initiatives are important to bring foreign investment in the country. The meeting briefed that 35 special economic zones in the country have been surveyed through Geographical Information System, and comprehensive data is available to speed up progress for ongoing projects in special economic zones. It was mentioned that an 18-point plan has been formulated to make special economic zones more effective. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has issued directives to the concerned department to further enhance coordination to stop human trafficking in the country. Presiding over a meeting regarding the prevention of human trafficking in Islamabad today, he further directed to identify officials of the Federal Investigation Agency who facilitate human traffickers and take stern action against them. Prime Minister further instructed to complete ongoing probe into human trafficking issue at the earliest and submit concrete recommendations. He said human trafficking earns a bad name for Pakistan in the entire world. Shehbaz Sharif said a substantial delay was committed in taking action against the responsibles following the boat capsizing incident in 2023. The meeting was briefed on the measures taken so far to prevent human trafficking and about the recent boat incident in Greece. It was briefed that 5 Pakistanis who died in Greece boat incident have been identified, while process for identification of others is underway. It was further informed that Pakistan Embassy in Athens is consistently in touch with the Greek authorities regarding the boat incident. The meeting was briefed that Pakistan Embassy in Athens can be contacted on the helpline number +30 694 3850 188 and the Crisis Management Unit of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Islamabad on the telephone number 051 920 7887 for obtaining any kind of information and assistance regarding the boat incident. Speakers' Conference has expressed commitment to uphold parliamentary supremacy, fundamental rights, and strengthen democracy. A unanimous declaration adopted at the conclusion of the two-day Pakistan Speakers' Conference in Islamabad today. Speakers called for a constructive dialogue and mutual understanding as well as respect for the difference of opinion. It emphasized that opposition should also have some say in the legislation. The speakers should ensure their issue-based intervention to resolve people's problem. The declaration urged speakers to focus on the issues like the climate change and terrorism and play their due role in overcoming these challenges. The conference proposed to form an association of chief of whips of political parties in the assemblies to formalize their role. An association of public accounts committee was also proposed to make this forum more effective. The declaration further stated that the issue of Kashmir and Palestine will be highlighted at the provincial legislatures like the Senate and National Assembly. This is Radio Pakistan. Interior Minister Mohsen Naqvi has assured full support to enhance capacity of law enforcement agencies in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. He was talking to Chief Minister Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Ali Amin Gandapur during his visit to Chief Minister's office in Peshawar today. Mohsen Naqvi, emphasizing need for establishing peace in Kurram, also called for collective efforts and consultations with all stakeholders to achieve lasting stability in the region. Both leaders attribute to the sacrifices of law enforcement personnel in the fight against terrorism. Both leaders also expressed strong commitment to unity and collaboration between federal and provincial authorities to address security challenges and ensure peace across the region. Coordinator to Prime Minister on Climate Change, Rumaina Khurshid Alam, says Pakistan is committed to confronting the climate crisis with urgency and utmost determination. Speaking at National Meet on Sustainable Development Goals in Islamabad today, she said despite contributing less than 1% in the total global carbon emissions, Pakistan has been ranked as the fifth most impacted country in the world due to climate change. She said the impacts of global warming are already visible in Pakistan in shape of increasing the frequency of droughts, floods, erratic weather patterns, changing agricultural practices, dwindling freshwater supplies, and loss of biodiversity. Rumaina Khurshid Alam said frequent, prolonging, and intensifying droughts and floods have also disrupted agriculture, jeopardizing food security and livelihoods across Pakistan. Minister for Commerce Jam Kamal Khan chaired the second executive committee meeting of the National Export Development Board to review progress on the key export-related matters and outline strategies for the future growth. During the meeting in Islamabad today, the Petroleum Division suggested the export-oriented markets should have predictable, if not fixed, gas prices to ensure stability and competitiveness. The meeting also reviewed the status of decisions being made during the previous National Export Development Board meetings. The minister emphasized the importance of resolving pending issues and directed the relevant ministries to provide updates on the progress. Poland has extended congratulations to Pakistan on its election to the United Nations Security Council 2025-26 as non-permanent member and expressed optimism on Pakistan's contribution to global peace. Speaking at a briefing on topics of mutual interest in recent developments by the end of the year in Poland-Pakistan nations relations in Islamabad, Polish ambassador said that for over 6 decades, the two countries have upheld a cooperative and respectful relationship rooted in shared values including sovereignty and territorial integrity. He said that trade between the two nations has seen substantial growth surge from €456 million in 2018 to €861 million in 2023. 77 more Palestinians have been martyred and 174 wounded in latest Israeli attacks across Gaza. The martyrdom toll of Palestinians in Israeli aggression on Gaza enclave since October 7 last year has now risen to over 45,000. Meanwhile, a new report titled Gaza Death Trap by Doctors Without Borders says there are clear signs of ethnic cleansing by Israeli forces in the Palestinian territory. Third one-day international of 3 match series between Pakistan and South Africa will be played at Johannesburg on Sunday. Pakistan has already won the 3 match series by 2-0. And finally, the weather. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while cold in upper areas during the next 12 hours. However, fog in patches is likely in plain areas of Punjab, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and Upper Sindh. And with this, we come to the end of the news for the moment. For more news and analyses, visit our website radio.ui.pk.